welcome to Barre with Mary. We have a full-length, full-body work class today, so about 45 minutes. And for equipment, all we're going to use today is a long resistance band. So this is probably about a medium level resistance. I would recommend going about in the middle with that, but you want one that's just nice and long. We'll use it for both arms and legs today. Join me in a wide turned out position. So taking your feet wide on your mat, externally rotate the legs. So turn your legs out so your toes point towards 10 and 2. You want the rotation to be coming from up in the thighs. So really feel your inner thighs rotating forward. Reach the arms forward and pull gently on the band, really feeling the arm bones soften back to the socket. Now sink your hips low here and feel your inner thighs rotating up to the ceiling. Soften your shoulders, take a breath in and let it go. Now on your next inhale, I want you to reach the band up to the sky. And then as you exhale, pull the band wide and reach it back behind your back, opening the chest. Reverse that. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sweep them down. Keep going like that. Now, if this is a little too much, if you're pretty tight in the shoulders, you're welcome to walk your hands wider on the band. And that's a great note for all of class. At any point, if you need less resistance, if you need it to be a little softer, a little more gentle, then just take your hands wider on the band. And if you need more intensity, walk your hands a little closer towards each other. Last time here, full range. Inhale up. Exhale behind the back, opening the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale down. Now this time, sweep the arms up in front of you. Hold them there. Pulling out on the band. Full range of motion. Rise up and down. You've got it. Lift and lower. So palms are down towards the floor. And I want you to take a moment. I'm going to walk my hands a little closer towards each other here. I want you to take a moment and pull out on the band, just gently. And feel how your shoulder blades kind of draw in towards one another. Your collarbones are really wide. And then we're going to soften the shoulders down away from the ears. So most of our arm work today is going to be shoulder, tricep, and bicep. So we're not going to be doing a ton of isolated arm work. It's really going to be incorporated throughout class. So right here, start to establish the connection to your shoulder blades. 4 more times. 3 more. 2 more. Stay low on the hips. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, you're going to twist to the right. Inhale back to center, switch. Exhale, twist to the left. And back to center. Keep going like that. Now as you twist right, I want you to pull on the right band. And as you twist left, I want you to pull with the left hand. Notice as you twist, does your opposite leg want to roll in? So really actively squeeze the outer glutes and feel your inner thighs pressing open here. So we keep the knees nice and stable over the second and third toe. Hips aren't moving. The twist is coming from your rib cage. Last 2 here, it's exhale right and inhale center. Last time, it's exhale left. Hold it center, drop your hips a little down. Little down. Now you can stay right here, or maybe your band reaches up overhead. Soften the shoulders, pull the pinky fingers away from one another, and then really drive down through your heels and feel your inner thighs are rotating up to the sky. 4, 3, 2, stay low, take a row down to the chest. Reach the arms up. Legs stay still. Nice pull down. Yeah, you've got it. Lat pull down. And reach up. So here I want you to find some movement in the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Shoulder blades squeeze wide. 2 more times. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last time here, it's inhale down. Now hold the reach up. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Pull out on the band and just find stillness. Really feel the inner thighs are rotating up to the ceiling. Feel the heart lifting. And then find your abdominals wrapping in here. Sink the hips a little lower, hold 4, 3, 2, rise up, wide leg forward, fold. Rotate the legs to parallel. Bring the band down to the mat, and then just take a moment to sway the upper body here. Let the hips rock side to side, let the head shake yes and no. Maybe shake out the shoulders a little, get a little release for the upper body. Take a big inhale, and a big exhale. Holding onto your band, I want you to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Now lay the band across the top edge of your mat here. Plant your hands on top of the band and step back to a high plank. Really spread the fingers wide. Squeeze your thumbs towards one another. And then feel your heart drawing forward as you energetically push your heels back. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, feel the low belly lifting up to the ceiling. So you're really active in the abdominals. Now grab the band with your left hand. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to pull the band up to the ceiling, rotating into a side plank. Left elbow reaches up to the sky. On your inhale, unwind yourself. Left fist comes back down to the mat. Exhale, we twist, lift the elbow. Inhale, we unwind. 2 more times, it's exhale, twist. 2, 3, 4, and inhale, unwind. 2, 3. Last one here, it's twist. 2, 3. Now I want you to hold the twist, just pulse your elbow up to the ceiling, lift and lift. Now please know you can always drop your right knee for a little bit more support, okay? Feel the right side obliques hugging up to the sky. Soften the left shoulder. 4 more pulses. 4, 3, 2. Back to your high plank. Release the grip of the band with your left hand. Find a moment here. Inhale. And exhale. Grab the band with your right hand, coming up onto your right knuckles. Take a big breath in. And on your exhale, slowly twist into a side plank. Right elbow lifts up to the ceiling. And then very slowly unwind yourself back to your high plank. 4 counts, it's exhale. You twist and twist and twist. It's inhale, unwind. 2, 3, 4. 2 more, it's twist. 2, 3, 4, and unwind. 2, 3. Now this time hold the side plank. Right elbow lifts to the sky. Push down with your left palm. Start to pulse the right elbow. Go a little up, little up. Shoulder blades squeeze together. And please know your left knee can always drop to the mat. 8 more, 8, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Back to your high plank. Downward dog, lift the hips high. Take a big inhale and let it go. Take any variation here that feels good, paddling through the feet. Maybe shaking out the head. Maybe taking a little twist of the hips from side to side. 1 more time, big inhale. And let that exhale out. Press both heels down to the mat. On your inhale, roll through the spine back to your high plank. Tap down, forearm plank. Nothing fancy here. I want you to push down with your hands. Pull your elbow tips back. And then really feel your shoulder blades spread wide as the backside of your ribcage lifts to the ceiling. Now I want you to shift forward to your tippy toes. And then press your heels back. You've got it. Forward and back. Rock forward and back. So just getting a little bit of mobility for the ankle joints. A little bit of mobility into the shoulders as well. Abdominals stay strong. Back of the head lifts towards the ceiling so the front of the throat is nice and open. 8 more rocks. Go. 8, 7. We're going to find stillness. And that's where we're going to finish our warm-up today. You're here for 4 more rocks. 3 more. 2. Now stack the heels right over the ankles. Find stillness. Push into the forearms. Pull the toes and the elbow tips towards one another at every exhale. Hold and breathe right here. 4, 3, 2. Child's pose. Big toes together, knees open wide. Reach your seat back to your heels and let your forehead melt down into the mat. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Walk yourself up to seated. Grab your band. We're going to lay down on our back with the band in our hands. I am just getting over this horrible stomach bug that my kindergartner brought home. Woo. And I am already tired. But we can do this. We're going to do it together. Reach the band up to the ceiling. Bringing the hands right over the shoulders here. Now I want you to come up to your tippy toes. So just the balls of your feet are down on the mat. Take a big inhale and feel the length of your spine. Now as you exhale, I want you to pull out gently on the band. And really feel how your abdominals can fire. Now on your inhale, release the pull on the band. Fill up the rib cage side to side. Exhale, pull out on the band. Feel the sides of the waist drop in. And feel the low belly hugging down. Again, inhale, release the pull on the band. Now this time as you exhale, pull out on the band and march your right thigh bone up to tabletop. Inhale, right toes lower. Switch, exhale, left leg march as you pull out on the band. Keep going like that. So we switch right and left with our marches. But with every lift up of the leg, we find the engagement of abdominals by really actively pulling out on the band and feeling that 360-degree brace of our abdominals. So the low belly band pulls down towards the floor. The sides of our waist wrap in towards center. Your front low ribs knit together. And then we really feel with every exhale, the sitting bones squeeze towards one another. So that engagement of the pelvic floor really allows you to tap into the deepest layer of the abdominals even more. 3 more times. Exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Yes, you've got it. Exhale up. Now I lied to you. Actually, 2 more now. Last time, the left leg marches up. Now hold both toes down on the mat. Walk your legs together. Squeezing the inner thighs in. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, pull out on the band. Fire the abdominals and then float both legs up to a tabletop position. Inhale, lower the toes. Release this pull on the band. Exhale. And inhale down. Exhale up. And inhale, lower. Yes, so a lot more intense when you're using both legs. If this is too much, if you find that when you lower your legs, you're arching your back or letting your rib cage flare open, then I want you to go back to the single leg marches, okay? Because the point here is to really get our deep core activated before we layer on a curl up of the upper body. 2 more times right here. Exhale, pull on the band. Inhale, release down. The last one up. And down. Now this time, march the thighs up. Hold them there. Take an inhale in. As you exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Then inhale, lower them right back down. It's exhale, curl. And inhale, lower. So continue to pull out on the band as you exhale. So you're still feeling that deep core engagement. As you curl up though, we're layering on both the obliques and the rectus abdominis, that top layer of your abdominals. 2 more curls. Go. Curl it up. Lower it down. Last time I want you to hold that curl. Take the band over the top of the shins. Pull the pinky fingers down to the mat. Curl the heart up 1 inch higher and pulse down on the band. Little pulse, little press. So knees are stacked over the hips. Heart is curling towards the thighs. And we're continuing to feel that deep core engagement. So even though we've taken it to a higher level in those marches, same concept here with every exhale. Pull the low belly down, pull the side of the waist in, and feel the front low ribs knitting in towards one another. 8 more pulses. 8, 7, 6. Yes, you've got it. 4, 3, 2. Stay curled up. Float the band up to the sky. Take the band, hook it back at the base of the skull. Now pull the pinky fingers up towards the ceiling, giving yourself this little hammock, giving yourself a moment to release the neck and the head. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, both legs extend out to straight. Inhale, knees pull back in over the hips. It's exhale out. And inhale in. Now if this is too much with your shoulders and your head lifted off the mat, you can always bring them back down to the floor here, okay? So you can do this in a flat back position. You do not have to do this in a low J position. It's exhale out and inhale in. 3 more times. Go. Exhale, reach. And inhale, pull. 2 more times. It's exhale out. And inhale in. Now stretch the legs out. Hold them there. Just curl your heart up 1 inch. Let's go. A little up, little up, little up. Now if it's too much, the legs straight, bend the knees. And if this is too much hip flexor for you, you can always bring your feet down to the mat, okay? If you're okay, try to extend the legs long, knowing this is your last variation. 8 more to a hold. 8, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold that curl. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the sitting bones squeeze together. Feel the low belly pull down and then curl your heart up 1 more inch, pressing your head back into the band. Hold 4, Curl it higher, 3. Legs go lower, 2. Release everything back and down. Take the band out from behind your head. Hug the knees to the chest and rock from side to side. Amazing work. When you are ready, we're gonna rock and roll ourselves up onto our knees. And if you have, or rather if you need a little bit more cushion, feel free to roll your mat up here, okay? We're gonna take the band and we're gonna kneel on it, taking our knees right on top of the band. Hinge your torso forward and sweep the band back behind you. So palms are facing each other. Thumbs are pointing down towards the mat. Pinkies are pointing up to the ceiling. Now, think about that rule of thumb from earlier. The more you choke up on the band, so the closer your hands are to each other, the more resistance you're gonna give yourself. So feel free to play with how high your hands are on the band here. I want you to lift your pinky fingers up to the ceiling until you feel some engagement in your triceps. So the muscles that line the backside of your upper arms. From there, we're gonna lower the arms 1 inch, squeeze them up 1 inch, you've got it. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. So knees are on the band, torso is hinging forward here. I wanna challenge you in this tricep work to get your arms as straight as possible. So really feel length through the knuckles. Squeeze the triceps, squeezing the back of the upper arms. Trying to get your arms as straight as possible here. 2 more times, inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Last one goes down. Now I want you to hold the lift. Take the tiniest bend in the elbows and extend the arms straighter, faster. Go bend, reach, bend, reach, bend, reach. With a tiny bend and a big, big stretch. Now with this hinge forward in your torso, really find that the abdominals are super active. So there's a reason I had us do abdominal work right before this. I wanted you to find how much you can take that information and apply it for this arm series, as well as the upcoming thigh series. So think about how the low belly band is pulling back, the sides of your waist are wrapping in, and the front low ribs are knitting together. 8 more times right here, you've got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, you're here for 4, 3, hold the arms as straight as you get them, squeeze the palms in, let's go, it's squeeze and squeeze. Hips are reaching back, heart is reaching forward, shoulders are softening down your back, go 8, 7, we'll hold for triceps, in 4, 3, 2, here's the hold, pinky fingers lift to the sky, take a big breath in. As you exhale, maybe get the arms a little bit straighter, hold and breathe for 4, you're here for 3, arms lift higher, 2, rise all the way up, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Now flip your grip on the band. So now my thumbs are gonna point up to the ceiling and my pinkies point down to the floor. Extend the band out in front of you, and again, notice where you need to choke up or down to find the right amount of resistance there it is for you today. So thumbs are lifting up to the ceiling, hands are in line with the armpits. Soften the shoulders. Now take a big breath here. As you exhale, I want you to really feel your low belly band pull back, and I want you to feel your pubic bone drawing up towards your belly button. Keep that deep engagement. Just hinge your torso back and lift it right back up. You've got it. Exhale back and inhale, lift. So coming into a hinge series. So in a hinge position, you want to keep one long line from the crown of the head all the way down to the knees. If you have not already gotten it, it should be major quadricep work, major thigh work. Now, just because this is thigh work does not mean that you will not also engage your glutes though, okay? The glutes are absolutely squeezing to help support you and to help maintain neutral. 2 more times, hinge it back, lift it up. Now this time, hinge it back and hold it. Squeeze the other thighs together, reach the arms longer, soften the shoulders, just pulse the arms up 1 inch. Little up, little lift, little lift. Now really feel how your inner thighs squeeze towards one another. Maybe hinge back 1 more inch. Don't be afraid to squeeze your glutes. And notice here if you've lost the engagement of your abdominals. Keep the front low ribs knitting together and the back side of the rib cage pulling back to the wall behind you. You have 4, 3, 2, hold that lift, inhale. Exhale, right elbow rows, you twist. Right arm reaches, switch, you've got it. Left arm rows. Left arm reaches, pick it up, go. It's right and reach. Little twist to the left and reach. Go right and reach. So really, not a ton of work for your arms. All I'm trying to do is distract you from the isometric hold in your thighs. Is it working? Did you forget for a moment? So hips are not twisting. This twist is coming from your rib cage. Twist right, twist left. 4 more times, go 4. 3, 2. Both arms stay long. Squeeze the inner thighs together, inhale. As you exhale, it's 1 inch. Go back an inch, up an inch, back an inch, up an inch. Yes, little back, little lift. Lots of fire in the quads. But don't forget to continue to lift your thumbs up to the ceiling. Feeling the heat build in the shoulders as well. You're here for 4 and a hold. 3 will hold. 2, hinge it back, hold it. Lift the thumbs up to the sky. Soften the shoulders. Squeeze the inner thighs together and hinge back to your deepest point. Hold right here. 4, 3, 2. Rise up, step your left foot forward, and take the band out from underneath your left knee. Excuse me, underneath your right knee. Now, you're gonna take the band, and we're gonna tie a loose loop around our left thigh. So, the distance in the loop should be enough that both legs can fit in it, but not so much that it'll be easy when you put both legs in it, okay? So like, I don't know, what would you call that? Like, maybe 2 legs would fit in there, right? That's what I want, 2 legs. Woo, I should film after being sick a lot. This is wacky. Take your left hand and put it into the band. You got it. Tuck your back right toes and come up, low lunge. So right knee's under your right hip. Left knee is underneath your left knee is over your left ankle. Now your left hand is in the band. You're gonna take a bicep curl and extend it long. Now the legs, rise up, lower down. It's rise and lower. So for me, I can't go to a full range bicep curl here because the band is pretty resistant for me, but that's okay. I'm just getting a little bit of engagement into my left bicep, and I'm lowering down that lunge. 2 more like that, lift it up, and lower down. Last one here goes lift. Now stay low in your lunge. Drive down through your left heel, and pull your left hip bone back. Take a breath in here, and on your exhale, just pulse your left palm up an inch, up an inch, up an inch. Yes, now maybe you slide your left elbow forward just an inch or 2, and really feel the heat build into the front side of the left bicep. Now you can stay right here, or you're gonna add a pulse down with the hips. Go, little down, little down, little down. Soften through your right toes. Soften through your left toes. That's what I meant to say. And really feel your back right hip spinning forward. 8 more pulses. 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, stay there, take a breath in. On your exhale, I want you to serve the left arm forward and squeeze it back. It's exhale forward and inhale back. Yes, left arm reaches forward. Left arm squeezes back. So isometric hold, steady hold in the legs. Maybe you get a little bit lower. Exhale, left arm forward. Inhale, left arm back. 2 more, you reach it forward. You pull it back now. This time, reach your left arm forward. Hold it there. Could you get it a little straighter? Could you sink your hips a little lower? Hold and breathe for 4. Get lower, 3. Left arm straighter, 2. Tap your right knee back down to the mat. Not my best transition. You ready for it? Take the loop off of your left leg. Step your right knee back. Excuse me, step your left knee back. Step your right foot forward. Golly gee whiz. Take the loop around your right leg. Try to hold the band with your right hand. It was a cute transition, right? Super creative. Spent all day on that one. Tuck your back left toes. Lift your back left knee to a hover. Find your lunge. Right elbow squeezes in towards your side. Press up on the resistance loop so you feel the right bicep fire. From here, full range bicep curl. and lower down. Now option full range legs as well. Now I want you to stay slow here just to get the coordination of it, because it's a little funky, right? It's a little bit wobbly. Drive down through your right heel. Pull your back left hip forward and squeeze your inner thighs together. Now notice here, it's really tempting to kind of grip the toes of your front foot. I want you to relax your right toes, and I want you to really feel your right heel driving into the mat. Last time here, full range, you rise up. Now lower down, hold it. Just pulse your right arm up an inch, up an inch. Feel your back left hip spin forward, and then maybe sink a little lower in the legs. Chest is lifted, shoulders are stacked over your hips. Now you can stay here, or we add the pulse down the legs, go a little down, little down, little down. Continue to breathe. And know that if this is your first bar class with me, I very much always, do 3 sets of thigh work. Today is no different. So this is your second of 3 sets. Your final set of thigh work is gonna look very different, okay? So maybe get a little bit lower for 8, for 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, stay low, legs stay. Take a big breath in. Exhale, right arm forward, and inhale back. You serve the platter, you squeeze it back. So I cannot get my right arm all the way straight here. That's okay. Just reach towards straight and back to center. Yes, this is it, you've got it. Things change, I promise, very soon. 2 more times, the right arm reaches forward. Squeezes back. Now this time reach the right arm forward, hold it. Sink lower in the legs. Pull that back left hip forward and maybe sink 1 more inch. Hold right here for 4. Right arm forward, 3. Here for 2. Step that back foot forward. Now we're gonna step both legs into the band. Shimmy it up about mid-thigh and spin to face me, narrow V. Heels together, toes a few inches apart. Now lift your heels, bend your knees, and press out on the loop that you've made. Squeeze your heels together here. Now check in with your alignment. Shoulders stacked over ribs, ribs over hips, and hips are over heels. Hands can just rest on your hips. Squeeze your heels, press out on the band, take a big breath in, and let it go. You've got this. Lower the hips for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up just halfway, hold it. Squeeze the heels, press out on the band, it's lower. 2, 3, 4, come up just halfway, hold. Squeeze your heels, press out on the band, 2 more. And down, and down, and down. You come up halfway, hold. Squeeze the heels, press it out, go down. Last one, down, 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 come up halfway. Squeeze your heels, hold that squeeze, just press out on the band. Little out, little out, little out. So this is your only set of thigh work that's externally rotated, right? It's turned out. So I'm hoping you're feeling a little bit more heat here in the inner thighs and the outer thighs. Those first 2 sets were in parallel, really working the midline of the thighs. Now notice as you fatigue, your chest is going to want to hinge forward. If this is too much for balance, you can take a hand to a wall. I'd much rather take a hand to a wall than lean forward, okay? Leaning forward takes so much of the work out of your quadriceps. 8, 6, go 4, 3, hold the press out on the band, inhale. Exhale, I want you to sink low. Hold low. Hips pulse up 1 inch, little up, little up, little up. I know something different. We're not pulsing down. You're focusing on that pulse up and up and up. Lots of heat into the tops of the thighs. Continue to press out on the band. Go 16, 15. Final hold for thighs is coming up. Yeah, you've got it. 8 more pulses. Hold it. 8. You hold in 6. You hold in 4, 3, 2. Here's your hold. Heel squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Push out on the band. Sink as low as you can. Maybe arms reach to the sky. Hold here for 4. Get lower. Here for 3. Get lower. Here for 2. Forward fold. Keep the band where it is. Rotate your legs to parallel. And then just let yourself fold over both legs. Releasing the head, the neck, the shoulders. Amazing work. Big inhale. And a big exhale. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Find yourself in a downward dog. But I want you to make this downward dog a little more shallow than you normally do. So hands and feet are a little closer together than you would in a traditional down dog, okay? Take a breath in here and let it go. Lift up to your tippy toes. Bend your knees and tap them down to the mat, finding an all fours position. So if you need to adjust to bring your knees into your hips, feel free to do that. Hands are under the shoulders here. I'm gonna untuck my toes. Band just stays around your thighs. Squeeze your elbow tips together and then shift your shoulders slightly forward of your wrists. Now from here, leading with your heart, we're gonna bend the elbows back, chaturanga push-up, and press up straight arms. 2 counts, we inhale, lower, and exhale, press. Keep going nice and slow. So as you bend your elbows here, I want you to really feel that your heart is reaching forward rather than your chin dropping to your chest. So a lot of times in push-ups, we let the weight of our head make us feel like we're going farther. Instead, really feel that the back of the head is pressing up to the ceiling. The elbow tips are pulling back so that the collarbones can stay nice and wide. And your chest leads the way down. 2 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. The last time here, take it halfway down and hold it. Just squeeze your elbows in, soften your shoulders, and heart reaches 1 inch closer to the mat. Just hold right here and breathe for 4, 3, 2, tuck your toes, downward dog. Hips lift high. Keep this down dog nice and narrow. We're gonna do 1 more set of those chaturanga push-ups. This time you have the option to make it a little bit more intense. I'm gonna be honest with you, I may not take that option. I am feeling very fatigued. Take a big breath and let it go. Lift up to your tippy toes. Now bend the knees, but don't tap them down to the mat. Come to a bear plank, letting your knees hover. Again, shift the shoulders slightly forward. Squeeze the elbow tips in. 2 count, chaturanga push-up, and press up straight arms. It's inhale down, and exhale, press. Now you can keep going like that. I'm gonna take the option to set my knees down and continue with the same set of push-ups we did in the first round. Now really check in with your body. What is right for you? I'm so appreciative that I'm teaching my 6-year-old to be a sharer. I don't love that he shared a stomach bug with me. 2 more times, it's down. And press. Now this time I want you to take it down halfway, hold it. Maybe your knees are lifted, maybe they're not. Just squeeze the elbows in. Draw the heart forward. Press the back of the head to the ceiling. Hold here for 3, 2. This time tap the knees, child's pose. Seat reaches back to your heels. Big toes come together. Walk the hands forward, awesome job. Then you can stay right here. If you want more of a tricep stretch, bring the hands together to touch. Bend the elbows, and bring the thumbs to the base of the skull, walking the elbow tips forward as you reach your seat back. Big breath in, and let it go. Let the arms lengthen, and then walk yourself up to seated. Find yourself either a piece of wall, an area of wall, or a steady, stable chair. And join me with your feet on that stable surface. So I'm gonna shimmy over here to the wall, and I'm gonna plant my feet onto the wall, laying back onto my back. I think you know where I'm going. The only thing we have left today is seat work. So once you find your patch of wall, or your steady, stable chair, I want you to find your feet into the wall in line with your knees. Then the knees are stacked right over the hips, so you may need to play with how far your butt is from the base of the wall. Arms can just rest to your side. Drive your heels into the wall, your feet are hips distance. Take an inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift to a low bridge. And then inhale, tap your seat back down. It's exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. Pick up the tempo, up and down. Go squeeze and lower. Yes, it's lift and lower. Now, as you take this first set, you may find that you need to adjust how far you are from the wall. Totally fine. This is the time to do that, okay? Because before we get into any crazy variations, now's a great opportunity. Every time you lift your seat, I want you to actively push your heels into the wall. So you drive your heels into the wall. The band is still around the thighs, just about mid-thigh. And you right away start to feel the activation of the glutes and the hamstrings. You have 4 more right here. Go for it. 3, 2. Now I want you to hold that low bridge position. So hold your seat at a hover. Drive your heels into the wall. Take a breath in. As you exhale, keep your right foot where it is. Float your left leg up, finding a march position. Left toes tap the wall. Left toes float back up. You've got it. Left toes tap. Left toes up. So right leg is your stability here. Your right heel is driving into the wall. Your right knee is stacked over your right hip. Or perhaps it's an inch or 2 in front of your hip. That's okay too. 2 more times. Left leg goes float. And tap. Now this time float the left leg up. Hold it there. Maybe extend the left leg straight to the sky. Soften your shoulders. Soften your face and pulse your hips up an inch. Up an inch. Up an inch. Yes, you've got it. Lift and lift. Right heel is driving into the wall. Feel that your hips are square and level. And then think back to all the core activation we did at the start of class. Find it here again. So even though we're focused much more on lower body, you still want that activation of the deep core. So the low belly band is hugging down, the front low ribs are knitting together, and the back side of your rib cage is heavy down into the floor here. 8 more pulses, go, it's 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that lift, inhale. Now as you exhale, I want you to take this straight left leg, and I want you to take it out to the left, about 6 inches to a foot, just until you feel the outer right glute fire. Hold your left leg out to the left. Start to pulse your hips up and up and up. So more work now into the outer right glute. And you notice that you really actively have to push out on the band to make sure you're not rolling in, collapsing into the arches. Yes, you're here for 8, 6, you're here for 4, 3, 2, hold the up, inhale. Exhale, left leg back to center. Left foot comes to the wall. Keep your hips lifted. Drive your left heel into the wall. Float your right heel off, inhale. Exhale, right leg lifts. And a right leg taps. Yes, you've got it. Right leg marches. And a right leg taps back to the wall. So today's seat work is gonna flow one leg to the next, and we will finish with a double leg series. So it's a quick one, but it's non-stop, okay? So a little different than when we do a whole side lying series, right? Or a whole all 4 series or something. Looks a little different today. 2 more times, float it up and lower it down. This time you're gonna hold that march position, extend the right leg straight. Push your left heel into the wall with intention. Pulse your hips up and up and up and up. Now check in with your shoulders. Are you gripping and tensing across your chest? Relax your shoulders down into the floor. Broad across the collarbones. Soft in your face. Soft in your neck. The more you can push your left heel into the wall, the more you're going to feel the heat build into the left side hamstrings. You have 8 more here. Go 8. Go 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, hold the lift, inhale. As you exhale, take your straight right leg, or your straight leg, and take it out to the right, about 6 inches to a foot. Really feel how your outer left glute has to fire. Push out on the band with both thighs, pulse your hips up. You've got it. Little up, little up, little up, little up. Yes, drive your left heel into the wall. Push out on the band. Feel how much the outer glutes heat up. 8 more pulses. 8, 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold the up. Right leg back to center. Now bring your right foot back to the wall. Take your legs and externally rotate them. Turn them out so the heels come together. The toes rotate open, so you're back in a narrow V position in your legs, okay? Push out on the band. Drive your heels into the wall with everything you have. From here, full range, your seat taps and lifts. Go tap and lift. So now we have this slight turned out position in the legs, which means we're gonna work the glutes at a slightly different angle. We have a quick double leg series here, and then we have a final hold for class before we come into a stretch. You're doing amazing. Go 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Now hold the lift of the hips, drive your heels into the wall, push out on the band, go little press, little press, little press, little press. Outer glutes, outer hips, lots of attention here. Now soften through the rib cage. And notice as you fatigue, if you're starting to make really angry faces. Try to relax your face. You don't want to waste energy on that, right? You have 8 more pulses, 8 more, 6 more. You're here for 4, 3. Hold the press out on the band. Now I want you to push your heels into the wall so much that maybe you flex your toes off of the wall. Push out on the band. Squeeze your glutes, pulse your hips up and up and up. This is it, you got it, up and up. Option to float the arms up to the ceiling. Letting the upper arm bones soften down to the socket. Here go, lift and lift and lift. Yes, this is your final variation. And you have a final hold for class. Ready, 16, 15, 14. Maybe close your eyes and see where you can get a little deeper here. 8 more pulses, 8. Final hold in 6. Final hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold the lift, inhale. Exhale, drive into your heels. Push out on the band, squeeze the glutes, and lift the hips. Now relax your face, relax your ribs, and hold right here for 4. You're done in 3. You're done in 2. Tap the seat down, hug the knees in, and take the loop off of your thighs. Amazing work. Take a moment, rock from side to side, releasing the tension out of the upper back. And then from here, find a figure 4 stretch. Left ankle crosses over right thigh. Reach through, grab a hold of the right thigh, and gently draw it in towards your chest. Amazing work today. If it feels good, you can move a little bit side to side here. Or if you prefer to just stay still, that's great too. Take a big breath in and let it go. One more time, breathe in and let it go. Let your right foot float down to the floor. Hug your left knee into your chest. Grab a hold behind the left leg and extend it gently up to the ceiling. It might feel good to circle the left ankle around. It might feel good to bend and stretch the left leg since we just did pretty intense hamstring work. Or maybe you just want to hold stillness, stretching and extending through the back of the left leg. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, breathe in. And out. Gently bend your left leg. We'll find figure 4 on the other side. Right ankle crosses over left thigh. Feel free to pull the left thigh in towards the chest. If you want to find a little movement from side to side, that's a great option. Or if you want to find stillness, that's a great option too. Take a breath in and let it go. One more time, breathe in and out. Left foot comes down to the floor. Right knee to the chest. Grab a hold behind the right leg and extend it up to the sky. Maybe you want to circle the right ankle around. Maybe you want to take the bend and stretch. Or maybe you just want to find stillness here, extending the right heel up to the ceiling. Let's take 2 big breaths in here. Inhale. Let it go. One more time, breathe in. And out. Gently lower your right leg. Hug both knees into the chest. And then however you want to find your way up to seated, feel free to do that. Oof. Whatever position of seated feels good in your body. Join me. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, let it go. And that is your class. Amazing work today. Thank you for bearing with my all over the place words, my struggle with right and left today. I really appreciate you being patient with me in this first class back, in this first workout back for me in about a week. So I hope that you had an amazing day. I hope you did an amazing workout, and I will see you back here next Monday on the mat. See you soon.